Hi there, this is Susie back with her Pelargoniums and Geraniums. Remember I made a video on the 11th of the 2nd, which was this February, and I did on cuttings, propagations, and the type of medium that I use to propagate my geraniums. It's just a update and follow-up on that particular video, and just to show you how these cuttings have actually doing in that last 3 weeks from 11th of the 2nd. So here on my left is I have got Henry Cox, 2, 4, 6, 7 pots that I have got here. They all seems to have done reasonably well, or very well actually. New leaves have formed since I planted them, and they are looking healthy. All the stems are looking healthy. There's no brownings in them and nothing like that. So I have been very careful how much water I have been putting in these pots. As you can see, there are some big pots, some small pots. This pot I have been giving half a cup of water, this one perhaps a full cup of water. It's been like that to make it all survive and stop them getting root rots. That was my primary aim of the game, is to not get the root rot, so they do not form roots. And from Henry Cox I come to Happy Thought Red, and I have got lined up here. All my Happy Thoughts are looking healthy, and they're all sprouting with new growths in there. Same here, my Flowers of Spring. These two I did it on the 16th of the 2nd, and they are also doing very well. I'm very pleased with them as well. On 16th of the 2nd I also did Efka Red, couple of bits here. 2 little bits I put in there, and 3 little bits obviously I put it in the Efka Pink, and they both are surviving really well there. And then here's my Warrain. Warrain really does not like high heat or high humidity, and it does not like temperatures over 30 degrees. So I had to be very careful with them, and survival rate for them can be decreased due to the weather. You know, they like more coolish temperatures. So I've got Warrain here, 4 of them doing well, and I've got Pink Phlox here. They're all doing well. The stems looking really healthy. There's no browning at the bottom, and there is been very healthy. And these ones are all my apple blossoms here, rosebuds. They're all doing very well. There's no root rots in there. Coming from there, people also like swapping plants with me, even though some do buy, but some like to swap, and I never say no. And I'm not a collector of ivy geraniums or pelargoniums, because I do like ivy pelargoniums in a hanging basket or hanging pot. So it cascades beautiful, and it provides beautiful flowers when you're looking at them. So I did get some cuttings of Pauline few weeks back actually, and I just like, hi Pauline, I just like to let you know that your cuttings are doing well. This one is the Joker, which is a nice little ivy there, and this particular one is the Milford's Jam Ivy, and that is doing really well. And I've got a bud here that is going to show me some beautiful flowers in time. And this particular one here is Lord Baden Powell, and that is also doing very well, Pauline. So you'd be pleased to know that they have propagated and rooting perfectly well. And I also hear from some other Victorians that like my fancy leaves and things like that, so I do swaps with them. And here's one of the Victorians cuttings of Mrs. Cook and the Boss. So it'd be interesting to see the leaf types on them when the leaves get a bit bigger. They would do with a bit more sunshine, I guess, to bring the leaf patterns out on them. But because it's so hot, I've been keeping them in shade and keeping them alive, and that's really the main aim at the moment, to keep it alive. As you probably know, in Victoria right now we are going through, this particular week has been a very hot, humid and conditions, and it's been over 30 degrees, in some cases 40 degrees. So it's a testing period for all of us to have our cuttings surviving in this heat wave. So do keep them under the shade, because as soon as they see the 2 hours of morning sun, you just shift them right out of the sun and leave them beautifully resting in the shade. And that's all you can do with them. Mine is 100% success rate. Here, as you can see, there's not one died, because I have been very careful how much I water them and how much sun it gets. And I just wanted to share my success rate with you, that it takes a bit of timing with temperatures in some states that possibly they're just starting to propagate, and some states have already propagated them. It's all to balancing, jiggling act with the temperatures really in most states. And usually, you know, another problem with pelargoniums is they do end up getting rust underneath their leaves. So keep an eye on underneath your leaves of your pelargoniums. When you get leaf rust and things like that, I did buy once a pelargonium plant, a white one actually, from a nursery from eastern suburbs somewhere, and I brought the rust with me on the leaves, and all I did was to chop every leaf on the plant and put them in a plastic bag and dispose them in red bin or just general bin. And I try not to dispose any type of disease leaves and things in the green bin, because you may spread diseases to somewhere else. So try to keep it contained and general dispose of all these type of diseased plants and leaf matters. So that's all I would like to talk to you about, and hopefully in another few weeks time I will then show you how these particular plants, the propagated ones, I plant them in big pots to give a beautiful show in spring when spring does arrive. So look forward to that particular video. Bye for now. Take care.